just going to work on the lower leg and heel to buttock stretch as well. So assuming that you have oiled the leg, you've done all the effleurage and the petrissage and some deportment on the upper thigh, you can then move down to the lower leg, hands resting on the back of the knee, lift the leg into this right angle position, fingers go around the front of the, well, sort of medial aspect of the foot, and the thumbs are behind, under the malleolus, under the medial and lateral malleolus. And then that enables me to lift the leg, shake the leg out, which softens and loosens the quadriceps muscles. And then the leg can be placed back down on the bed, lifted again, about 2 centimetres, something like that, 3 centimetres, shaken out to soften the quadriceps, and placed down again. You can do that a third time if you want to, but no more than 3 times. The hand then supports, the sort of supporting hand, the mother hand supports the lower back. Don't do this technique without supporting the lower back, because it can do damage to the hip and the knee joint. And then using your hand, the other arm as a lever, you can lever the heel down towards the buttock. And if you've got a flexible client, that will go quite a long way. And if you've got a client that's not very flexible, you'll probably only be able to get to about here. But just go with their flexibility, just go as far as feels comfortable. And then you just sustain that and sustain the stretch, which stretches out the whole of the front of the leg, of the quadriceps group of muscles. Okay, you can then bring that foot back to the right angle position, the leg I mean, to the right angle position. You can work the knee joint as well, and then go back down for a second stretch. And that second stretch should then enable you to go a little tiny bit further. Each time you come back to the right angle and go back down to the heel to buttock stretch, you should be able to get that stretch just to go and extend just slightly more each time. And you can either use your hand over the foot and use the hand as a lever, or use the whole forearm as a lever. I think it's probably better to use the whole forearm actually as a lever. When you finish that stretch, you can shake the leg out a bit, place the foot on your shoulder and then work on the calf, on the gastrocnemius, or you can lay the leg down and actually then do the work on the lower leg. It's very much dependent on what feels best for you. Okay, I'm just going to do some work on the shoulders and the neck, and then some acupressure facial work as well, and the chest area also. And make sure you're sitting comfortably at the right height. It's really good to sit and do this work rather than stand. You can really kind of use your body weight as well when you're doing this work. If you're standing up, that compromises your back. So try and get a good height seat and a comfortable position when you're working. Make sure you've oiled the whole pectoralis area, deltoid, under the top of the trapezius, and under the occipital ridge as well. And also the sides of the neck. Make sure that that's oiled, but not like an oil slick. Just making sure you've got enough oil, but not too much. Starting on the sternum, you can press gently into the sternum and then fan out over the pectorals, over the deltoid, top of the trapezius, and into the occipital ridge. Making sure if you lean back slightly, you can get a good stretch as well on that part of the neck. Once you've oiled the whole area, you can then start knuckling as a good technique, especially if you've got somebody who's got more flesh in this area. You can knuckle on the deltoid, and you can really put quite a lot of pressure on this usually, unless your client's got a particular problem in this area. You can knuckle underneath, well, the top of the trapezius here. With the thumbs on the top, you can use your knuckles to kind of massage into the top of the trapezius. Again, go carefully with that because it might be quite sensitive on some people. You can do alternative knucklings. So one hand goes down one side, other hand goes on the other side. It's a nice way of knuckling also. So that softens the whole area up in preparation for some of the stretches. You can also start to turn the neck as well. Lay the side of the head on your forearm, and with this kind of technique of working down the anterior aspect of the sternocleidomastoid over the deltoid, top of the trapezius into the occipital area. And then again, you can repeat this several times. You can also move your stool so that you're working with that technique. Massaging into the sternocleidomastoid with the side of the thumb with a thenar eminence again. Just being aware not to go again too close to the windpipe. So from the side there you can see supporting having the thumb almost as a sort of support. You can knuckle underneath the occipital ridge there. And then you can slightly stretch the neck.